Howdy folks, welcome back to Roottree Mania. It has been a while since I last played, which is probably good because I was getting a little frustrated with clicking the UI, so I've had a break from it and maybe I'll feel more okay with it. The other thing that happened, because like the frustrations with the UI came from the frustrations with like not knowing where to go with these, and like when you don't know where to go, you end up clicking a lot of things and then it gets frustrating. So yeah, the other thing that, because I didn't really rant about it, but I think I just mentioned that I was kind of stuck at this part of the game, and there's like one kind of like nudge that I was given. I'm not even sure I'd call it a nudge. It was specifically that basically none of these are, well, they're all fair, but basically, like, because one of the parts of the frustration with a game like this is that, you know, there are occasionally things, like, I only got that image from searching for something random. I didn't really have a reason to get there, and I just, like, happened to get it. And so there's this constant fear of, like, well, maybe to get these images I have to, like, search something else silly up here that I have no idea what it is, and it would just take forever to find those things. I guess I must have put that in recently? I guess. Yeah, I guess I haven't ever had anything confirmed for a while. So if these aren't unfair, then we should stick with things. We should like stick with, like, presumably in the searching that I was doing around that might lead me to you. The searching I was doing around that might lead to you. Maybe that's the best approach here. It's just to assume that's the case. Maybe. That would be the most fair thing. Or go from, like, we still have the six things here. This was the issue of Pico T magazine. We do have that as a thing, right? A periodical. We do. And we got this from there, right? I think so. Like, did we search Guy Hudson on that and it gave us this? I don't remember. So I guess, like, maybe that's a good thing because we can just kind of go over it again. An issue that focused on a talking toy fish and the demonic messages supposedly said as the batteries ran low, Pico T had an article about a cancelled book by Cicely Sanchez. The book's subject was Guy Hudson, and the issue was said to contain pictures that Cicely did not have the rights to publish. Like, that's what I want. One of those pictures. Because of the pictures, this issue was pulled from the store shelves, making it the subject of some conspiracies and an instant collector's item. Okay, we're also going to start some new pages. I know we have pages for this already, but like, I might just have one page. Final stuff. Piketty had an article about a cancelled book by Cicely Sanchez. Highlights. An instant collector's item. Due to this recall, like, does that mean like I would find it on some collector's website or something? Due to this recall, the version found in these archives is incomplete. I think that's what got printed out for me. I don't know for certain. It seems that it used photos of Guy that Cicely did not own the rights to publish. Unfortunately, the magazine was issued a cease and desist by the Roottrees lawyers. The magazine was pulled from shelves, and the version you found in the periodical search had the relevant pages removed, rendering this magazine useless, unless you want to read about a potentially demonic fish toy. I mean, did I search for that toy? I don't remember. I think I did. Yeah, it was... Was it that? Big Sass Sea Bass. Although, how did I get to that? How did I get to Big Sass Sea Bass? Did I search for that? But that's just like the headline here. That doesn't make sense. How did I get there? How did I get to... well... I got to there from this. No, not from this. It's gone! I guess because I pressed back and I lost it from the... Maybe we went to Cicely Sanchez? A follow-up foreign gospel. I'm sure I searched for all these things. Portrait of a changed man. We did already search for that. I remember it. Sicily. I need to just like search for everything though, in case there's something I missed. What if everything you stand for? Oh yeah, I remember seeing this multiple times. What if it were me? Yep. Foreign gospel. I did not mean to do that. And it's gone. I guess I didn't click copy. Cicely Sanchez. Foreign Gospel tells the tale of a man from the Catholic Church who claims he was told by God that he should travel to Thailand. I've definitely read this. Returned to the United States after just over 2 years, claiming to have succeeded. This book tells his version of the story, but the author, Cicely Sanchez, also traveled to Thailand to investigate these claims and talk with some of the so-called converted. Okay. Did I ever search these things like just in here? I think I literally just did it, but I'll do it again. Nothing. About this. Nothing. Biography of Van Gogh, but her first two are her claims to fame. Non-fiction. Picardy about the book she had been commissioned to write for Guy Hudson. The magazine insisted herself for immediately issued a cease and desist due to its inclusion of pictures she never had the rights to publish. The issue was pulled from store shelves, making an instant collector's item. How did I get to the... Because there's no reference to Big Sass Sea Bass. Oh, maybe it's on here. Aha, there we go. Was pulled from shelves, is now becoming a collector. So I did search for that. You find a recently finished online article that lists the copy. So like that is telling me that don't like I'm not going to find this thing because like the game has like it's kind of suggesting that I've kind of already done that. It's like each of these pages isn't actually a page. It's a summary of like some sequence of things that I've done. And the game is saying, you searched for the copy and you didn't find it. You did find that it was being bid on. Oh, there's nobody bid. Okay, so it never actually got sold. Interesting. But still, it's telling me like that's not the way to go. But I did search for that. Did it go anywhere? I don't have any notes from here, but maybe Big Sass Sea Bass is a talking fish that sits on a fake mount on your wall. When you press the button, blah blah blah. Yep. Yep. Okay, it doesn't go anywhere. There's nothing new here. I'm presumably searching for that in the... in here is just going to be this page, or maybe not this page. Yeah, same page. Business Watch. Well, if I search for the headline, it just kind of feels random, but I can try. Do I still have that setting on? Yes. Okay, so I don't need to click through them all. Okay. I think I'm going to keep that on. What was the headline? Baselbob, sure. Nope. If I spelled it correctly. Oh, you have to do search all though, don't you? So okay, search all, big, what was it? Where's it gone? It's moved up to the top. What is the logic? I don't understand. I do not understand. Big Sass Sea Bass. And I can't go back to that. Big Sass Sea Bass. Yeah, just the one, and it's that page I've already seen. How do you go somewhere from this? Is there something else about Sicily somewhere? Have I read this? Newstime briefly covered a lawsuit between Ruby, Sprat, and Piketty magazine surrounding Cicely Sanchez. They said that Sicily didn't have the rights to redistribute the photos in the magazine of Guy Hudson. Piketty apparently announced that they would be pulling that issue the following day, the moment that Ruby Legal Enterprises threatened them. Does it tell me anywhere whether I've read this or not? I don't think it does. This caused the issue to sell faster than any other in the magazine's history, though only for a day. Even people that would never have normally purchased it went out of their way to buy one just in case it would be worth something someday. It especially caught the eye of conspiracy theorists, now I've read this, who assumed that anything worth suing over would have to be hiding something. An expert legal analyst from Newstime states that it was unlikely that Ruby could have had the story pulled if it had gone to court, and Piketty likely got more eyes on it than it would have if the Roottrees just ignored the story. How do I get to it? I'm so lost. Just that, okay. Piketty. Pages. Guy Hudson. Auction. No, this is not going anywhere. Apparently there's 6 things from here. Obviously could use the hints at some point, maybe. Maybe. There's some text there, but I can't see what it says. I think it says Big Sass Seabass. I've already searched for that here. Is there one of those things where I have to change like something and it gives me a related thing somehow? I don't understand. I can't see a way forwards from this. I did read about the thing. And that didn't go anywhere. And it would be odd if that did go somewhere, because it just feels like not connected. Except for the fact it's in the same thing. But still, it doesn't go anywhere. Just going around in circles. I guess we did end up, it did say something about, which page was that on, where it was talking about the lawyer? Who's the lawyer again? Ruby Sprat. I was gonna do this. I don't know, maybe Ruby Sprat was featured in the Portland Telegraph when she was in high school in an article called Local Teen Making Change for Foster Care System. I don't think I've read this. According to the article, Ruby Sprat grew up in the foster care system, was apparently the valedictorian of her school. No, I do remember this. was a Girl Scout who at the time of the article was earning her Gold Award. This required a project to help the community, and Ruby chose to raise money to build a fountain she called Foster Fountain. No, I don't remember this. Okay. Maybe this is the lead I needed? The fountain has a few small pedestals that stick up high above the water. People are expected to toss coins into the fountain for good luck and will be encouraged to aim for the top of the pedestals. All the coins scraped from the bottom are slated to be donated to Portland's foster care system. A coalition of local businesses that sponsored the fountain have committed to matching any of the donations that successfully land the targets. I don't remember much about Ruby Spratt. It's like somebody who's like not seen very often or whatever. Like doesn't have much of a public appearance or whatever. So is this a thing to go into? Like, so I've just read that one. There's a couple of other ones here. There's an old version of this. I think I've read this one. After looking over the Clans of Trust, I think we'll come back here. Let's, I don't know, let's make a note of this. Okay, so this leads to this. Is this something I can search? Fountain of Youths, also known as Foster Fountain, is a fountain found in a small park in Portland. I get it, Fountain of Youths. All proceeds from change thrown into the fountain, yep. A website for Portland's Park and Recreation mentions under a trivia section that the Fountain of Youths was originally conceived by Ruby Spratt, an alumni of the foster care system. As more businesses signed on as sponsors, it grew in scope even beyond Spratt's original hopes. This must go somewhere, right? The fountain is unique because it has special targets visitors can aim their coins towards. If a coin lands on one of those targets, each of the sponsor businesses matches it. This isn't a huge amount of money from each business, but more than 100 businesses have agreed to participate, so each penny becomes $1. Okay. I see, yes. Oh, maybe we should search this in the Portland thing. We have too many periodicals now. Or maybe if we search this now, we get something different? No, same thing. Maybe if we search this in the Portland Telegraph? You find an article about the dedication ceremony for the local Portland landmark called the Fountain of Youths. Apparently, at the unveiling of the fountain, the mayor of Portland made a speech and there were performances by multiple local entertainers, as well as a ribbon cutting from the people most instrumental in bringing the fountain to fruition. The article calls out that all the performers and speakers, with the exception of the mayor, were foster care alumni. Most of them grew up together as close friends. This includes poets, musicians, and dancers. Dirty Davy was listed as one of the musicians. I remember that name vaguely. I don't remember who you are. This brings up that. Do I want to do the search at all? I don't know. Is it cheating? So I've been here before. Oh, okay. 5 Ps, okay. Right. Okay, have I just hit a dead end? This is awful. Like, it's weird that takes us around this loop of like finding out the other name for it. Brings us back here. Oh, not fountain, the. So, 5 Ps and Ruby Spratt may have known each other? Huh. That's curious. Now what? That's the only one. That's the only one that shows up for as well. Oh, I hit another dead end. Who was it that I was searching for? Was it you? And there were a few things that came up. This one? I've definitely read this one before. Yeah, I've read everything else. Been here before. Nothing. There's an old version of this page. Are you sure? What? I think it must have been the previous page I was on. Oh. This is a little bit painful. Yep, taking a break didn't help that much. It's still painful. Like, what do you want? What do you want from me? How do you go anywhere from here? Was that even connected? I guess I went to Sicily and ended up at Ruby Sprat because of the Rootrees lawyers. I don't know. Should we go back to these people? Did I miss something here? So we had Mark Clementine as the criminal. I remember that much. I can't remember what you did. We ended up at you somehow. Let's look at the history, even though it's very confusing. I was thinking actually, like, I think something that'd be really handy in this game is like an actual map of how these things connect to each other, like a graph of like a node graph. That'd be way handier than this. Anyway, it was around here. It was this stuff, wasn't it? Maybe? Why have we got Gwyn Roottree there? It was somewhere around here. Who's this? Who's Lucinda? What? The UI is so janky. I don't get it. I swear I didn't have this much trouble with it in the base game. What's going on here? Maybe because it was just more linear and I never did this much, like going back and forth, so I didn't notice these weird aspects of it. So this is how I got to... It was this one, right? Was it this one? Val. Yeah, Val Lincoln. It's a business in Beacon, New York, and on the site it has a picture of a baby and a camera captions with Cam Lincoln reaching for his namesake. For the camera, yes, I remember that. So yeah, that's definitely the partner. Picture's been added to your evidence. Let's find those again. Pictures connected to this stuff. It was like you. Corporate composition photography. I think I searched for that, right? Mary Webb. We looked you up. Did we look this up? Surely we did. Businesses of all sorts of fuzzy detail appears to no longer exist. It could be also mentioned on the photography website with some IRC chat logs. Yeah, I've clearly been here. When Val, the former head photographer from corporate composition photography, did a Q&A with their users about taking pictures for promotional materials and print ads, most of the questions and answers are pretty technical, and that only seem irrelevant but generally go over your head. One of the questions, however, mentions that Val was on the cover of Telephoto and asked about Iraq. Questions was quickly shut down by the person running the Q&A. He said Val does not wish to answer any questions from his photojournalism days, nor does he wish to talk about LBP. Please keep on the subject. Right, and that led us to this. That led us to this. Doesn't want to speak about Lincoln baby photography for whatever reason. And yes, this is Val. Okay. And where do I go from here? Can I search this in... I really just don't want to click through all those things. Okay. Well, that just gives me the baby picture though. Which is that? Is there anything else interesting on that baby picture? We'll go back to her stuff as well. Where is that baby picture? Here. There's a bear, there's a bowl. Classic baby things. He's tastes after his father. Val Lincoln. Did we ever just like search your name? I'm not sure. Val Lincoln. The name Val Lincoln with any kind of web presence is Valerie Lincoln, a realtor in Michigan. As far as you can tell, there's no connections between Valerie and the Roottrees. Yeah, different person then. What about here? Telephoto. Oh. What was telephoto? We got that from this? No? Did we? I don't remember. Val Lincoln was featured in Telephoto. The cover, which featured one of his photos, as well as portions of the article, have been added to your evidence. Okay, well, that's just the thing we missed, I guess. Hello. US Army. Clementine. So, oh yeah, it's your surname. Telephoto is a photography magazine. This 1992 issue focused on the... Did I ever get anything else from Telephoto? I honestly have no recollection. I couldn't tell you. Let's just stick here. This 1992 issue focused on the photos of Val Lincoln, a photographer who went overseas during Desert Storm. He won the Sepia Award for photojournalism, specifically for the photo on the cover. Val got his start in high school when he took a photography class because, in his own words, he couldn't decide what else to do and thought it would be the best career in the world to, he got distracted to shoot for Playboy, but he quickly found he had a knack for it and began to skip lunch in his free periods to spend more time in the darkroom. After graduating, he tried to pivot to landscape photography but didn't have any passion for it. It worked much better when I tried to tell the story of a person or an object. He got lucky. He got lucky when a photographer mentor of his who was going overseas to cover the war decided to take a chance on him. Most people wouldn't call it lucky to go to an active war zone for no pay, but he bought my plane tickets, all my meals, and even pulled some strings so we could rush my passport. For someone that had never had a real job or even left California, it was a hell of a break. I was only 19 at the time and shot the photo that won him an award the third night he was there. The photo depicts Lisa Clementine. Ah. Or is this you? Have I got you mixed up? Hold on. We lost an arm. Okay, in Operation Desert Saber. According to the article, women were not subject to direct combat, and Lisa was in a vehicle at the time. The vehicle had to pull over suddenly when the road ahead was partially destroyed and she and a fellow soldier were severely injured by a landmine. Val says, I ran into Lisa just after her surgery and took this picture. Then until she shipped out, I kept finding excuses to go back and take more pictures of her. I guess it was fate, because that's the photo that won me an award, got me into your magazine, and also led to my engagement. Just earlier this week, she agreed to become Mrs. Lincoln. Okay, so that's... Oh yeah, you don't have a second photo. Okay, that must be you then. Hold on, so Mary Clementine's over here. Okay, so it's your... I don't remember how I got from Mary to the other one. Oh, so you're the travel agent, you're the paranormal. So that's you, and you are actually army. I guess it's your last job. Did you do other work after that? Maybe we should like look you up, right? It's not Mary, Lisa Clementine. Well, Lisa Lincoln. Lisa Lincoln. Oh. Lisa Lincoln is, according to the military website you found, an amputee who lost her limb in Desert Storm. She runs a support group for fellow veterans in Beacon, New York. That came up before. Was that because that's where the photography was? I think so. She makes another appearance listed as a professor at West Point, a military college. She teaches classes that contribute to their environmental engineering major. Okay, so she's a professor. Okay. Okay, it doesn't go anywhere new. Good. Her short biography on the staff page mentions she had a passion for the military from a very young age due to erroneously believing that a family member was an Air Force pilot. While she later learned that to be untrue, her passion remained. She joined ROTC, whatever that stands for, in high school. From there she enlisted. After returning from Desert Storm, she earned her degree and relocated to West Point to teach a few years ago. Okay, there's probably some term that I should be aware of, but I don't know. Okay, so you are a professor. Okay, that bit done. Now these bits. Now these bits. We don't have pictures. You were like impossible to find. I'm really worried that these come from the Picardy thing though. I don't know how to get there though. Like, why would you tell me about these pictures if they're not possible to get? I think I'm going to leave that there though, folks. We're going to break it up, otherwise I'll go crazy. We have 2 people left to do. This all feels good. These 2. And there's some pictures to get, I guess. I'm going to guess that you're in those pictures though. And they're in Picardy, obviously. That's the thing that's going on here. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, see you next time, folks, and we'll continue with these folks. Alrighty, goodbye.